standing on a freeway overpass, so it's noisy, but this is the Palais de Congrès de Montreal in a town, and there must have been 2-3 blocks here that's been torn out to put in this big freeway. Beautiful old buildings over here on the side of the street. There's the big basilica. I guess you have to buy tickets to get in. There's a line here inside the NotreDame Basilica.
On its completion in 1843, the church was the largest in North America, and it remained the largest for over 50 years.
There's a pulpit there.
Dedicated to Mary. Mary is Our Lady, and it means in French NotreDame. And that's an important connection between the church and the city, because the first name of Montreal was in French, Mary. In English, it was the city of Mary, or the city of Our Lady. It was derived from Paris, les Sulpiciens in French. By the way, les Sulpiciens are still the honors of Notre-Dame. Are living in a building next to the church, which is called the Old Seminary, the Vieux Seminary. And when they seriously arrived, it was
It's a side chapel to the right of the main altar.
Later,
And here in the back, look at this beautiful pipe organ. And again, we've got the blue ceiling with stars.
This was originally the parade grounds for the Army. This is the Bank of Montreal, Canada's first bank, which was founded in 1817. The building was built in 1847 and resembles the Pantheon, and they say it evokes the power of ancient Rome. Along this street are several of these planters, and there's several more on up here and behind us.
Flag of Canada, and here's the flag of Quebec.
And this is the flag of Montreal.
Was Lord Nelson up on top of this huge big pillar. Terminated his career of naval glory in the memorable Battle of Trafalgar, where he was killed, and said, "England expects every man will do his duty." About a battle, Abu Qir Bay, somewhere in the Mediterranean, they eliminated a whole bunch of the French fleet, and they didn't lose a single British ship. Another battle he is famous for, this one was in Denmark. He attacked the Danish line moored in defense of Copenhagen, and again didn't lose a single British ship. At the Battle of Trafalgar, where he died, but again the British won. The Chateau Ramezay was built in 1705 by Pierre Couturier as a residence for Claude de Ramezay, governor of Montreal. East India Company owned it 1745 to 1763, had it rebuilt and enlarged, and then the Governor General lived here. Here's the house, and here was the lands in the 1700s. Doesn't look like that anymore. This land was occupied by Iroquois and Algonquin Indians. Quebec was founded in 1608 at Trois-Rivières in 1635, Montreal in 1642, mostly for beaver trade. Indian canoe. This is quite an elegant room. This is a bell from the fortress of Louisbourg in Nova Scotia near Halifax, and the British beat the French there too. This is the death of Montgomery. Brigadier General of the American Army took Montreal in 1775. He promised the Loyalists he'd leave them alone, but at the end of November, he led 300 men to join Benedict Arnold, and they attacked Quebec City. And in attacking the lower town of Quebec City, Montgomery was killed. His frozen body was found the next day, so this is not exactly how it happened.
But I learned that the Americans occupied Montreal from November of 1775 to May of 76. It was during this time that the Continental Congress asked Franklin to come up and analyze the situation and
tried to convince the Canadians to join the colonists in revolting from England, and he was unsuccessful. He was here. There was a reception for him in this very house. Bar dates to about 1900. Here we have a bicycle, a sled, and a toboggan, and snowshoes. There's quite a fireplace over there. I'm sure it was used for cooking, and we're probably in the kitchen. It's a kitchen sink. Wash dishes in here, and then there's a little drain that collected the water and used it to water the vegetables. We return this drum with this rope, and it came over to here and turned meat that was cooking in front of the fire. That's the original style rotisserie. Here's another fireplace. I guess they did the laundry in here. Ooh, look at the fireplace. Here we have the bread oven. This is set up for a nice dinner party. Here's your typical bed. And the curtains were to help keep it warm. Now this is a garden in the style of a French garden. Quite a variety of vegetables here. I believe in taming nature. The English let it just kind of go wild. So we have all these hedges and prune trees, some sort of berries. These are grapes. And we've seen many times in France. These are espaliered apple trees. There's the little baby apples. It's a good way of saving space for sure. It was once 3 times as big as it is today. But it's boxed in little gardens. My question is, how do you get in there to tend them? Climb over? We have a beautiful hibiscus this far north. There's another hibiscus. It has some strawberries down here. And I do think this is rhubarb. And that's probably asparagus.
Well, Montreal does have a subway system, and these signs look pretty similar to the ones in Paris. Dinner was Joe Beef. It was named in honor of Joe Beef, a popular Irish-born Montreal tavern owner in the 1800s. I first learned about Joe Beef from Anthony Bourdain. It's rated the number 3 restaurant in Canada. Now, this is not a pretentious restaurant. It's very casual. Our server, Andy, was a delight. Very friendly yet professional. The only menu is posted on large blackboards. I read that they specialize in ambitious but unfussy French cooking. The restaurant has the feel of a bistro with vintage furniture and stuffed animal heads. We started with the stuffed mushrooms, then Stu had prime rib, and I had a mixed grill of pork. Then we foolishly ordered dessert, even though we were stuffed. Stu had marjolaine, a cake with layers of nutty meringue, praline buttercream, and chocolate ganache. I had a strawberry tart.